In the story The Giver, we get to know the main character whose name is Jonas. Jonas is a curious, thoughtful, sensitive, and brave character in the story. At first, Jonas was just like everyone else in the community. He never breaks the rules, shares his dreams to his family unit, never misses the pills, and never lies to his parents. While waiting for the ceremony of 12, he was nurturing the older people in the community, showing that he deeply cares and obeys the culture in the community. At the ceremony, he got the assignment as a receiver, who gets to bear the memories as in visions of love, sadness, and happiness. And even worse from the giver, which the people of the community aren't allowed to see and feel. He was chosen because he could see the beyond or the colors, where in the community of sameness, there were no colors at all. And because of these memories, Jonas becomes more empathetic and critical towards the rules. Then, when he learns the truth about the release, his perspective completely changes. Especially when Gabriel, the baby his father nurtures, which was about to be released, instead of staying obedient, Jonas then brave enough to question the system. He no longer wants to bear the memories, but to leave the community in chaos, as the people had to bear the memories as he left, with Gabriel. This shows Jonas' transformation from being an obedient child to a traitor. Unlike his father, Mara, can you tell us about Jonas' father?
Of course, Chelsea. Now, I will talk about Jonas' father. Jonas' father is portrayed as a gentle and a caring man, especially in his role as a nurturer. He is responsible for taking care of newborn babies, ensuring that their physical and emotional needs are met or during the early stages of life. For example, when he meets Gabriel, he develops a sense of concern for the baby's condition. Because Gabriel is not progressing well in the nurturing center, so Jonas' father decides to temporarily bring him into his family home. His intention is to help Gabriel adapt better to the community and improve his development. However, as the story develops, a darker side of his character is revealed. Despite his kindness, Jonas' father strictly follows the rules of the community without questioning them. As a nurturer, he is responsible for release, which is actually the act of killing infants or baby who are considered unfit by the community. What makes this disturbing is that he performs this role without any emotional conflict, which shows that he doesn't have any emotion at all. This means that Jonas' father can be seen as a product of his community, a system that shapes individuals to be obedient. His personality remains static throughout the story. He doesn't change or questioning them. Even when faced with situations that should evoke compassion, he remains obedient and loyal to the rules. This blind loyalty highlights how the community's strict control has taken away his ability to feel emotions such as empathy, turning a seemingly kind man into a robot-like figure. Okay, after me and Chelsea telling you guys about the character, maybe it's time to tell you about the relationship between them. Adysti, can you tell us about the relationship between Jonas and Jonas' father?
Okay, thank you, Mara. Now we're moving to the relationship between Jonas and his father. As mentioned earlier, they may seem similar at first, but their relationship actually reveals a deeper contrast. The turning point happens when Jonas learns the truth about release, while his father sees it as a normal and necessary duty. Jonas realizes that it is actually an act of killing. This difference in understanding creates a clear gap between them. Jonas feels shocked and disturbed. Of course, not only because of the act itself, but because his father doesn't seem to understand what he is doing. Rather than being cruel, his father is simply a product of the society, someone who follows the rules without ever questioning them. So, in contrast, Jonas develops a new perspective after receiving memories from the giver. He begins to feel real emotions such as love, pain, and empathy, which lead him to question and eventually reject the system. This is also why Jonas chooses to trust the giver, who shows him the truth behind the rules. In the end, the relationship highlights a powerful contrast. Jonas represents awareness and change, while his father represents obedience shaped by the system. So yeah, even though this system was similar at first, they are actually very different. One chooses to follow the system, while the other dares to question it. So yeah, even though they seem similar at first, they are actually very different. One chooses to follow the system, while the other dares to question it.
So, what do you think? If you were in their community, would you choose to be Jonas, who decided to leave his community?
Or would you stay in this community and stick to the rules like Jonas' father?
Thank you for listening and see you in the next video. Bye!